The Australian government plans to set a minimum age limit for teens to use social media, citing mental health concerns. The Australian government has plans to set a minimum age limit for teens to use social media to keep children safe and to protect them from online harm. Prime Minister Albanese says it's taking kids away from real friends and real experiences. The Prime Minister announced that his government would introduce the legislation in Parliament this year ahead of an expected May election, but that the precise age limit was yet to be decided. Australia has one of the world's most online population, with 4/5 of its 26 million people on social media. So far, the age limit could be between 14 to 16 years of age.
This is a scourge. We know that there is mental health consequences for what many of the young people have had to deal with. The bullying that can occur online, the access to material which causes social harm, and parents are wanting a response. We're working with state and territory governments. Well, we're looking at the range between 14 and 16. That's one of the reasons why we're having a trial. And what we're looking at is how you deliver it. This is a global issue that governments around the globe are trying to deal with. And so we can look at the experience, look at the response as well of social media companies. Social media has a social responsibility in order to have that social licence that they require to operate in a decent society.
All right, social media has a social responsibility, says the Australian Prime Minister. To talk more about this, we're now joined by N.S. Nappanai, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court, and founder, Cyber Sathi Foundation, Dr. Sangeeta Sharma, child rights activist, Director, Childline Lucknow, and Pradeep Rawat, founder, Gurgaon Parents Association. Thank you so much all for joining us. And I'd like to start with you, Dr. Sangeeta Sharma, the Australian Prime Minister, saying this is a global issue. And here as well in India, this is something that we should be concerned about. Your comments on what the Australian Prime Minister is proposing for the country?
I would say no doubt it will have an impact, and the social media, you know, it's quite compelling and addictive. So mental issues, sleeping patterns, socialization, all these things are under the impact of social media, because of which the children are losing, our society is losing. Lot of other repercussions are there because of social media. But then again, I would not say that we have to take up this kind of a step is going to do much. You know, it's the social media platform, the companies need to be tightened up. The companies need to be more safer for the people. And it's not only children, for all the people, you know. And that is the reason why I feel that no doubt the children, even if this kind of a law is there, we cannot stop the children from using social media. So more important is to have a law, have the companies tightened up. They should take the responsibility to make such platforms, especially the platforms like Insta or Facebook, TikTok, Telegram. These are very, these are the most platforms which are used by children, and they should be more safer. That is what I feel from the point of view of children. Banning or reducing or making the age is not going to have much difference.
Right. Well, they're going to have some sort of check, some sort of a way that, you know, kids can register on social media. It's, you know, one issue is screen time. Another issue is being on social media. So those two are also two separate issues. N.S. Nappanai, your comments on this, how easy will this be? We're still waiting to hear more details of how Australia plans to tackle this. But the Prime Minister is saying that they're deciding between 14 to 16 years, but they want to restrict children from being on social media. He also spoke about bullying that takes place over there, and need to protect children from that, need it for their mental health.
Yeah, so there are two different issues here. The first is, are there social harms on social media? Are children affected by those social harms? The response would be a resounding yes. You have innumerable instances of crimes, not just harms, but crimes impacting children on social media. But is a ban the answer? That I am a little bit skeptical about. And the way I look at it is, it's the proverbial genie. The genie is already out of the bottle and you're not going to be able to put it back in. You already have children using social media platforms. Many social media platforms have done their age gating by limiting it to those above the age of 13. Now, Australia seems to be looking at 16 as a possibility, and with the variation in terms of the age gap between 14 to 16. Whether they intend to do it in terms of a verification process through parental consent or a complete ban until a child turns 17 is not very clear. We'll have to wait and see. But if you look at laws globally, one, age gating is a reality, but invariably age gating, particularly when it comes to online platforms, follows the process of parental consent. If you look at the law that is proposed for India, the law has been passed, the rules are still pending. Our digital personal data protection law, under that too, you need parental consent for data pertaining to children to be processed, etc. And that will mean that if you're registering and collecting data online with respect to children, then parental consent will be required when it is a child, and in India, the child is less than 18 years of age. So, given the situation today, the way I look at it is, the world itself will be waiting and watching to see how practically and technically Australia is going to be able to implement something like this, because it may be difficult. Secondly, they have to understand that children are a lot more competent in terms of using technology. So if you're going to push them into a situation where you're depriving them of something that they're already used to, chances are that you're going to encourage some kind of circumvention. So the better alternative will be to keep it up front and put in better protective or preventive measures rather than pushing them underground or trying to use the same social media platform without this kind of protective measures.
All right, some interesting points there. Pradeep Rawat, as a part of a parents association, your comments on this. This is an issue I think all parents are concerned about when it comes to their children. This is something that most of us dealt with, when we were much older. But unfortunately, now children are seeing this at a much younger age, at a very impressionable time in their lives, when they're not mature enough. So your comments on this, and share with us some of the concerns that parents have in your association.
First of all, thank you for inviting me for a very important discussion. My answers is going to be a little longer, so kindly bear with me.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, what I feel is banning is never the solution. To be very frank, if you remember, in the COVID times, solution was get children online through internet, through Zoom calls and Zoom sessions, and through that they were able to do their school classes. So basically, if we say that we completely ban the social media or internet for children, that is not the solution. The solution is we got to have some apps, some parental control, and there should be, as my previous panelist was mentioning, there should be very strict laws for the companies. And I'll give you an example also. I'll not just say, I'll give you an example also. Very recently, I had a discussion with one of the founders of a startup. It is regarding for app for children only. And the name of the app is, if I'm not mistaken, it's Giggle app. And I had a chat with Rohit Bahel on this topic only. And he told me, and I've seen the app, my daughter is there as well. And he told me, in that app, if you get your children, they will be able to do a lot of constructive work, but absolutely parental control will be there. There will be no scope for any bad ad or anything, approaching children. Example number one. Secondly, since I work with the parent body, I connect to schools also, I connect to old association of students also. So recently I had a discussion with one of my alma mater. She's from my school, modern school, Balakhamba Road only. Her name is Daksha Jaitka. So she basically works for children. And she's going to stand for elections of the Masosa, our association. So even she agreed that if we parents decide, then we can educate not just the parents, the children, but the society around all of us. And what we got to understand is basically internet or social media is here to stay. As somebody said, genie is out of the box. We need to understand how to control it. We need to understand how to make use of it. For example, if doctor prescribes a sleeping pill for somebody who's suffering from sleeping issues, then that sleeping pill is perfectly fine as a medicine. But if somebody takes it without prescription, then it becomes a dangerous stuff. So basically, social media is not wrong, being used wrongly, and not
right,
parents
Pradeep,
not being
though we have Pradeep Rao, we have to make that distinction between screen time and maybe playing video games as a different thing, or educative use of internet as separate, and then this is social media. Here we're talking about Instagram or Facebook, all these social media which let children see what others are doing, or look at reels, etc. So that is the worry, if where the concern lies.
We need to have application and laws where companies need to be liable, responsible, that they do not show that kind of stuff if a children is logged in, and parents need to have super control. Like I mentioned, this Giggle app, they have absolute control from the parents, so that will help.
All right, Dr. Sangeeta Sharma, your comments on that, and what are the fears? Like, if you could give us some examples of what happens when children are exposed to social media too early.
Lot of impact over the mental health of the children, because at times they are not grown up such that the kind of matter they are looking into, the kind of information that is reaching to them, they are not matured enough to take that at that appropriate age. So age appropriate problems are seen there. Next, whatever we have seen, there are a number of cases which you will find all over the world. Children have been using the games. They are gaming on the internet. And these gaming issues are parents, lot of losses parents are seeing there, because children have lost lot of money in these gamings. Next, if we take up their education, as I said earlier, it is quite addictive. Children do not understand what is the right time to go through the media and social media, and they spend lot of time without knowing that they are wasting their time, which should be constructively used. And it's lot of issues of children are coming because of the social media. They are indulging into crime. Children as early as 16 years or 15 years, they are into bullying other children, right, into bullying even the adult people. So, and they are enjoying it. They are enjoying it, which means that in their future, they will be not involved constructively with certain things, but they will be on the virtual platform and using these platforms as their hideouts, because many times
it is much easier to bully on social media than it is face to face. And I think one is all of us have experienced trolling that takes place on social media, and for children it's even worse. But finally, NS Nappanai, your final comments. Will close this discussion, but it's a noble thought to do this. It's going to be challenging ahead for Australia to do this, and yes, the world is watching as to how they will accomplish this.
Yeah. So while
noble thought,
here is my. While we wait and watch, here is my advice to everybody. Awareness, awareness, awareness. So, today we live in a world where we talk about good touch and bad touch. I always repeatedly reiterate that, the age when you think it's appropriate to inform your child about good touch and bad touch is also the age when you have to explain to them the good touch and bad touch online. What are all the problems that ail the online domain? If you're going to allow them even a short screen time or a long screen time, even if it is just to play games on a mobile phone, please inform them, because understand that even within a mobile game, you may have in-chat options and possibilities of strangers reaching out to your children. Secondly, they may be exposed to content which they should not be exposed to in terms of the kind of ads that may pop up inside a game. Third, social media is one of the biggest fields for social engineering and for predators. So it's best that children understand that just because they are seeing the photograph of a peer, of another child possibly, it does not mean that the person they are interacting with is a child. It could be a predator, it could be a sex offender. So it's better that we tell them upfront about the problems and equip them to deal with it rather than just resorting to off with their heads in terms of banning.
All right. Well, thank you so much all for joining us on this very, very important topic. And yes, I think the point being made is one needs to be aware. Parents need to be vigilant as well. The genie is out of the bottle, but all we can do is, try and educate our children and, the young people on how to use social media. Australia all set to ban minors from using social media.